You know something, on a more realistic note here, let's just take a look at some of the challenges that I faced in trying to win 2 in a row. All right, a few weeks ago, my number one pick, my first round pick, Frank Gore, goes out for the season with a broken hip. Now, this guy actually tried to come back after his hip was broken in that football game in November. He actually tried to still play after he had broken his hip. He wanted to stay in that badly. However, trainers and better sense maybe prevailed, and he was shut down for the season. A few weeks ago, Terrell Owens hurts himself early in the game, has a limited game for me. He hasn't really done much in the last few weeks. Well, in the second week in the playoffs, I played him. He left the game in the first quarter, didn't get a point for me, ended up having season-ending surgery. Now, but I happened to still win that game. Now, thank goodness I moved on. Largely in part due to the effort of Austin Collie, who had 8 catches, 80-plus yards, and 2 touchdowns in Week 15 in the first half, but gets his 3rd concussion. Actually, now afterwards, the Colts are like, no, it's his 2nd concussion of this year. The supposed 2nd concussion were just symptoms of the 1st concussion. So he suffers his 2nd concussion of the year after having that dynamite first half, and his regular season is over. So there's 3 star players that I was missing for the championship week, not to mention Malcolm Floyd, who was a very good supplemental player. Yes, maybe he wouldn't have been as good without Vincent Jackson not being there all the season leading up to a couple weeks ago. But logic suggests that with Vincent Jackson coming back, that he would open up even more coverage for Malcolm Floyd, and his opportunities, obviously, for big plays would, open up. He'd have more of them. So beyond that, my team averaged about 300 yards rushing weeks 15 or 14 and 15 in the playoffs, and in the championship week, I got a total of about 50, 60 yards combined from my 3 running backs. Jonathan Stewart, Rashad Jennings, and Cedric Benson. Rashad Jennings, on 15 carries, rushed for 32 yards. What the hell? Yahoo was projecting him to get 22 points. I believe he got 3 and change. So if you want to look at why your champion was not able to win 2 in a row, you can just repeat the names to yourself. Frank Gore, Austin Collie, Terrell Owens, and Malcolm Floyd. Without my whole starting wide receiving core. And with all the damn quarterback turmoil in San Francisco the last few weeks, how was Vernon Davis going to do anything for me? And not to mention that Tom Brady throws for 3 touchdowns, but a grand freaking total of about 150 yards in Buffalo. Because Buffalo can't stop the run. So the Patriots must have run for 300 yards on the ground. So there's why your champion is not Jimmy Klein, 09, 2010, 2-time Klein.